Today we're going to be looking at the new Virtual Boy. So of course the Virtual Boy never originally released in Australia, and I've never used one before, but I have seen one. When I was in Japan last year at some of the retro game shops I went to there were a few Virtual Boys, and when I went to the Nintendo Museum they had them there as well, and they had kind of not real Virtual Boys, but they had these Virtual Boy display things that were built into the wall with the lens in the back, which you could look into to see the video playing in 3D of what the games would have looked like. So that's the closest I've ever been to playing one, is just looking into a fake one. So it's kind of weird that Nintendo decided to re-release their worst ever selling system. But it's very cool because I really like 3D. Like, I love the 3DS, which I've got my 3DS here. And for the 10th anniversary of the 3DS, I used a 3D camera to make a 10th anniversary video, which you can see on my channel. There's a 2D version of it as well, but you used to be able to watch it in 3D on the 3DS, but YouTube doesn't work on the 3DS anymore, so if you've got a VR headset, you can still watch it in 3D. So, it's pretty basic packaging. It's just kind of sitting in there with the window. And there it is. I'm assuming it's exactly the same size as the original, except with different internal stuff, of course. Take all this plastic off. How cool is that to have a new Virtual Boy? Of course it is just a shell. So under here it says Nintendo Switch 2. There must be another adapter for the original Switch or something. And it's still got the original stuff on the bottom here, like the volume, headphone jack, controller port. So they've put effort into making it as close of a replica as they can. There's a Nintendo logo there on the side in rubber. And the sponge or foam sort of goggly bits and red lenses. I think they said recently they're gonna have clear lenses, or you can take them out or something, so then you can, in the Virtual Boy app on the system, you can change it to different colors, which having it white and black or grey and black might be a bit easier on the eyes than red and black. There's some other stuff in there. There's the stand and some, I assume, assembly instructions. More cardboard. And another adapter. So that one says Nintendo Switch. So yeah, there is a different bracket. It looks like you would have to unscrew it. It's got little holes in the corners. So I'm trying to work out how to attach the stand. And I think this is what the original stand was like as well, just some legs like that. Very basic sort of stand. It doesn't really have any height adjustment, it's just got tilt. How does this go on? So just clip in. Okay, yeah, it just kind of clips on there. I'm not even sure how I did that. It just went in. But whatever it was, oh, there we go. There's a little button there on the front. So it just attaches. Can't really see that with the way the camera is angled, but that's done. We'll get the switch and see what there is to look at. So I have my switch 2 here now. I'll try and see how it goes in. On the top here there's a thing that doesn't do anything, and another thing that doesn't do anything. How does it open then? Okay, so there's nothing really holding it shut. It just opens up like that, and there's a slot which the switch 2 can go in, and then it slides all the way down and sticks out the bottom, which that looks kind of weird. And that closes up again. So yeah, it sticks all the way out the bottom like that. That's very odd. So yeah, I'm not sure if the app is even available yet, so I'll just check that now. Okay, yeah, so it is on the eShop. I'll download it now. It was an extremely fast download. Software requires dedicated accessory. Yeah, I've got that. Don't use it if you're under 6 years, just like they said with the 3DS. If you experience difficulties in correctly viewing the display, you may need to adjust the interpupillary distance. Okay. Alright, I'll put it back in and then I'll have a go at it and see what it's like. So I played a little bit of each of the 7 games they currently have available. I'd say some are definitely better than others. From what I've played so far, the pinball one is definitely my favourite. It has really good 3D and fun kind of pinball layouts, and it's just kind of fun to play. Wario Land seems like it should be good. It seems quite similar to the first Wario Land in terms of the gameplay and stuff. There's some other games like Tellero Boxer and the 3D Tetris, and there's some Japanese game which is some sort of dungeon crawler. I didn't really know what I was doing in that. But we'll take the Switch out of here just so you can see what it actually looks like on the screen by itself. So just looking at the screen like that, you can see there's the 2 viewports. There's no option to change that, so you can't just play it on the TV or anything like that. I guess if you wanted to, you could stick it on the table like this. Where did the pinball one go? That one? So you could kind of play it like this. And just have 2 views of what's going on an extremely tiny little screen. But it is very, very small. And it would be even smaller on a regular Switch instead of the Switch 2. You can barely even see what's going on now. So yeah, you could try to play that if you want, but it's not going to be very good. So overall, I think this is an extremely cool thing that Nintendo have done. I'm really looking forward to playing the games more, especially Pinball and Wario Land. And for whatever games they're gonna bring in the future, I know they announced they're releasing 2 previously unreleased games, so they'll be interesting to check out. But yeah, if you're into Nintendo history, this is extremely cool. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.